This is a Headgum podcast.
Our room did smell because there were so many cigarettes being. You could still smoke, I guess.
Where did the ham smell
The
come
ham
from?
was hiding under piles of clothes, and we
Are
were
we
like,
talking, is this a code word or are we
No,
talking
no,
about
deli
meat?
ham.
Deli ham? Liz Feldman.
Jessi Klein.
It's us.
It's you and it's me.
And we're sitting here today on the couch, and God, am I glad to see you.
I'm thrilled to see you.
Ever as always.
Ever and always for the 20th time.
It's our 20th episode.
Yeah,
there we go. 20 times.
20 times we have
We
sat.
have sat.
20 times we have
mic'd. We've zoomed in advance. We've thought of questions.
We've racked each other's brains and hearts.
We've picked each other's brains.
Literally.
Picked each other's brains literally. We are going tonight to see Bridget Everett perform
Yes,
live
we
at
are.
the Wiltern, a
Woohoo!
former guest on Here to Make Friends. And guess what?
We're taking it off the pod.
We're taking it off the pod and into the Wiltern.
That's right.
It does feel like such a relief to see you. I feel like a lot has happened since last time.
Yeah, you've been in a whole other state and returned.
I flew to another state,
You want to say which one?
New York State.
Love it.
I was in New York City and New York State. I went for my best friend Kate's birthday.
I mean, that's a lovely move.
You know what? I was so excited to get out of this hellhole and go to that hellhole. No, I just feel like, at this age, like,
You don't know how many more you have left.
I was, you know what? I was like, is that too dark to say?
I mean,
But it
do you really feel that way?
I keep trying to explain to friends that when I say I feel like we only have a few left, I don't mean it in a dark way. I'm
Okay.
like, let's live. Like, let's get on those planes.
I see. You're saying it more in a carpe diem.
Carp
kind
the
of.
diem.
Yes, carp it
Use
up.
those miles.
Yep.
Get on JetBlue Mint.
Oh shit!
Yes, you heard me.
Yes.
She's a mint girly. Just opened up a credit card to attain more miles.
Yeah, she loves that mint.
She loves when you get that sweet pod. And now I will say, because I know this is already like off of their heads, fucking bougie bitchy shit. But as someone who did not really fly like business or first until I was in my 40s, really, it's not like I haven't experienced the coach lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's just
no.
extremely hard to go back once you've
It
had
is hard to go back.
taste of
It
that
is.
sweet, almost landed cookie. You know
And
what
we
I'm
should
saying?
say too that but as writers, whenever we travel for business and somebody travels us, they have to travel us business
Yes.
or first. It's
That-
part of our Writers Guild
Writers
agreement.
Guild contract.
That is like the first time I ever flew
Same.
first, and it was like, what the fucking Gilded Age shit is this?
It's very Gilded Age. It is a totally different experience, and it really is once you've had it once or twice.
It's very hard to go back.
It's very, as God is my witness, I will never go hungry again. But anyway, flew Mint. When you get that pod and it's actually like they close a little door on your pod. Wait,
I've
Kelly,
never had the door.
You've never had
I've
the door?
also never had the door on
Are
Mint.
you fucking kidding me?
It's the most bougie shit, and I'm sorry to say, but you have your own door.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
That
condo
you
in
can
the sky.
open and close. It's like
it's a
little-
studio apartment.
It's like
Yes.
a studio apartment. It's a New York City studio apartment in the sky.
That's amazing.
How many people do you think have stopped listening?
Most.
Okay, cool.
And
Okay.
deservedly so.
Okay.
Anyway, flew to New York on that sweet pod. Had a great time. Spent some time in Connecticut. Spent some time in New York City.
And can I just say, you're sort of like, I think, brushing over the fact that you flew across the country for your friend's birthday.
Well, she's about to do the same for me in like 2 weeks.
But that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's this brings us back to the carpe diem.
I mean, truly, but like,
if you love someone, get on that plane.
yes, if you love someone, set yourself up in a pod in the sky.
Or or whatever part of the plane you're
Yes.
going to fly in. And again, I'm sorry to have admitted that I flew Mint.
No,
it's okay.
I'm
It's
1,000
okay.
years old. This is my.
You work hard. That's how you want to spend your hard-earned dollars.
I'm not. That's how I spend my hard-earned points. Yeah, I don't know. She's my best friend. So
I know,
we had a great
but
time.
it's a beautiful thing.
An observation I did make we don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but I'll just throw it out there because I know there is a little bit of writing about it going on the internet, but we did a little shopping.
Love
We
it.
shopped around into a variety of shops and stores. There is a new greeting that happens when you walk into a shop or a store now.
Huh.
People used to just say like, hello,
Hey,
or like,
good morning.
welcome. And good morning
Good
was one
morning.
you would get a lot.
Yeah.
Final listeners tune out. And now across the board at a high level retail, at a Gap, wherever you are, an Old Navy, the greeting is welcome in.
Whoa.
People say welcome in.
Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Oh,
If-
I don't.
It's
like it.
very nails on chalkboard to
It
me.
is. Welcome in.
It feels like it's sort of trying to get us to like are we in a folksy?
Do you think it's because it's like, thank you for not shopping online, but coming into the establishment?
Oh, wow.
God, you are so smart.
I don't know.
I mean, that's
I
why
think-
she's here.
I
People.
think that's why she's here.
Wow, that's
Um,
an interesting sociological.
I don't know if it's
don't-
better for them if you come into the establishment.
Well, it's better for the people that work at the store.
That's true.
Welcome
Yeah.
in.
Welcome in.
I just
I-
never grew up with
It's
that
very,
That's
phrase.
just
how are
so-
the flavors tasting in your mouth?
Welcome in.
Welcome in. It's just that it's a little formal and not what we would normally say to a person in real life, like if they were coming to our home.
Is it formal?
It feels welcome in.
Or is it supposed to be anti-formal? Is it supposed to be, I feel like it's trying to give us a sort of a faux folksy, a folksy.
Well, see, to me, like anti-formal would be like, yo. You know?
No one's, Liz,
Yo.
I feel like I appreciate the comedic spirit in which you're throwing that out.
I'm not even, but that's, I mean, like, that's very not formal.
I'm just saying, everyone keep your eyes and ears peeled for welcome in, because once you start noticing it, you won't stop. Like a Pringle experience. Once you pop, you will not stop.
When you leave, is there a greeting?
Welcome out. I mean, but usually I'm so exhausting in a store that they are
They're
glad
just
I've
like,
left and
"Good
then get the
riddance."
fuck out. Get the fuck out. Anywho,
Because I would just like to pitch a little ta-ta for now.
TTFN.
TTFN.
That's how my mother signs off all her texts. TTFN.
That's how I used to sign my diary entries. Yes, I did.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
I
And
love it.
I spoke to my diary as
So
if it
did
was
I.
an all-powerful being.
Say more about that.
Okay. Like I would say, like, dear diary, and then I would like beg it for things.
What do you mean beg it for things?
Like-
Please let.
This is a little dark, but I remember one entry very clearly because this is really dark. And speaking of airplanes,
Oh, no.
oh yeah, no,
Another episode of this?
no, I'm going pre.
We have already had our
pre
dark
9/11.
airplane.
Pre 9/11. Do you remember the plane that exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland?
Of course I do. Like it was yesterday.
You're bringing
I'm
up
old.
Lockerbie?
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have you ever heard of this? These
Are you
young
serious?
men. There was when we were children. There was a plane.
We did not talk in advance about talking about Lockerbie.
no,
Go on.
but there was a plane that went down over Lockerbie, Scotland.
Oh,
And I can't remember if it was a hostage situation
No.
or if it was just like bad
I think it
mechanics.
maybe
can you talk us more quickly through this?
It was a bomb. Guys, it was bad. And it was really scary. And that kind of thing just didn't happen when we were children. The 90s was a very golden age. It was almost like the
I think it
50s.
was the 80s.
Might have been the 80s. You're right. I think you're right. It was the
How
late
is your
80s.
diary related to this?
Because my sister, very shortly after this terrible incident over Lockerbie, I was about 10 or 11, and my sister was taking a trip with her class. Like she was 5 years older. She is still 5 years older than me.
that's how it works.
That's how it works. And she was taking a trip to Europe with her like high school,
Sure.
concert choir or something like that.
Sure. Bless you. Bless
And
you.
I was so scared for her to fly because this had just happened, and I obviously hadn't flown a
Beg
lot
the
myself.
diary. Beg the diary.
I begged the diary
Beg
to
the
save her and
diary.
help her and please. And I remember saying basically like if you do this, if she's safe, I will believe in you forever.
So basically, your diary was your God.
Yeah.
This has been a great conversation. Can't wait to talk to you more. Now, I also did write to my diary like it was a friend, and I
Yeah.
would address the diary, which I, again, and just keeping it dark. I feel like I just learned by reading Diary of Anne Frank, because Anne Frank wrote to her diary, I believe, Dear Kitty, right?
Yes.
She named her diary Kitty, and she would write to the diary like a friend. And I read that book, and and what I took from it was like, talk to your diary like a friend.
Right. And did you go, were you in? I can't. I can't even
Don't do it.
I can't.
Anyway. So today's our 20th app. And I just want to say before we bring on, honestly, the best fucking guest.
One of the world's greatest humans?
Truly one of the world's greatest humans. I just wanted to say this has been such a fun 20.
What a great first 20.
And I loved every minute of doing it with you. And I also feel like I've learned a lot about you.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Do you not feel the same?
I do feel like I've learned, I feel like I've learned a lot about me too, but I also feel that I've learned quite a bit about you.
What do you feel like you've learned about you?
I think
Why did I say that so furious?
I know. I think
What do you feel like you've learned about you?
I feel like I have learned a lot about myself, actually. I think I've learned that as much as I purport to want to make friends, I do.
You're like, I hate it. I hate it.
Turns out, no, I think truly that I sometimes get in the way of myself in the making of them.
How so?
I just think that I can like create sort of like a distance that doesn't need to be there. And I realize that's something I can work on if I really want to make a friend.
What kind of distance, and why do you think you're doing that? And is it something you're aware of in the moment, or you only realize it in the reflection after?
No, I mean, I think I realized it in the reflection after while talking about something on this show, but then I was in the present of it in the moment realizing.
On this pod?
Not on this pod, but like in real life.
In real life.
In this, somewhere in the 20 that we were recording. And I was like in a real life situation and I was like, oh, I think I'm finding reasons to not get close to this person,
like
or not like open up to this person.
Writing them off too soon.
Yes.
Is like, I'm not going to open up to them, and I'm not interested in exploring this Ave.
Like an inner, not even like a guardedness.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And this is something you feel like you did not know about yourself before.
I don't think so, because not in like a super aware kind of way, like not in like a hyper
right,
aware
but a low hum that has been examined.
But about you,
okay, the more interesting part,
I have learned that you are a deeply and sometimes even unconditionally accepting person.
I am.
Are you going to cry?
I'm just shocked.
Yeah, I think you're especially when it comes to other people, you're just very accepting.
Am I?
Yes, you really are.
Kelly's also nodding.
You're a very open-hearted person.
I'm presenting that way?
I think that you kind of are that way. If you maybe don't feel that in your body, it's definitely how you present.
I mean, I love that it's how I present.
It does. I think you're a very accepting person, like the same way that you know.
Thanks for touching my hair.
You're welcome.
For emphasis.
I was showing you my hairline earlier today. And I was like, look, I'm pretty sure my hairline is receding. I feel like my hair is getting thin. And you're like, no, you look wonderful. You're perfect. You're great. And I was like, but no, I really think my hairline is receding, which it is.
I don't think so.
Hey, friends at home.
I don't see this.
Guys, it is.
I don't think so.
My hair is thinning. It's fine. It's a perimenopause thing. Nutrafol.
Peri-Mason pause.
Gotta love you.
Okay.
But you just immediately were like, you're great. Your hair is beautiful. You have a wonderful head. You were just.
These are truths.
I know, but those are truths to you. I do think that, like, for example, another person might be like, oh, do you feel that it's thinning? Okay, well, what are you going to do about it?
Who's that person? Is that person you?
Probably.
Okay. Well, I will say this. I think there was a moment where you did say something too true to me.
Yes.
And I pushed back and I was like, you could just lie.
Yes.
And one of the things that I do love about you, of the many,
come on,
is that I do feel like, we were joking about this phrase, you're a real one. You keep it real. You're a real one. And it's one of the reasons I do always feel very good going to you for like advice and life stuff, because I'm like, Liz will tell me real truths, but is also a warm person and knows how to package it right up in a warm little cozy burrito.
I appreciate that.
But
speaking
sometimes
of real
you don't.
ones, sometimes I don't.
But
yes,
I will
true.
just say, in terms of me being, I think I just my wound. I think I do organize my personality quite a bit around like how can I make everybody feel as like nice and comfortable as possible. Separate and apart from, I do think your hairline is fine, and I always think you have very thick, beautiful hair, but I just am like, and it's sort of in the same carpe diem. How many of these do we have left? I'm like, what am I gonna? I don't know. I think it's like it's our purpose in life to just make people feel good and nice. Because we're all making ourselves feel like shit all the time.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. You know who makes me feel good and nice? You know who's a fucking real one?
Do you know who makes me feel good and nice and who I also think is a real one?
Do you know who's my OG real one for 30 fucking years?
I mean,
I'm angry. I'm so angry about what a real one she is.
She's the realest and the warmest and the best. We're going to get into it today.
For you to meet this person.
For me to meet.
No,
for them.
I cannot wait for our friends at home.
Our friends at home.
To meet
around the globe.
One of the greatest friends of all time.
One of the greatest friends of all time.
Today's friend is truly one of my best. She is a writer,
OG.
Producer, and actress.
Amazing at all of them.
And overall, fantastic human being.
So good.
Who has written for shows including Palm Royale.
Yum, yum, yum.
Dead to Me.
Num, 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 num.
And No Good Deed. Oh.
Drank that one.
Hey, Kelly Hutchinson, you're here to make friends.
Oh my goodness.
Captain Hutch is
Captain
here.
Hutch in the house.
Now, am I the first one to have called you
Yeah.
Captain Hutch?
Yeah,
sure.
that's not a normal
And it
nickname.
made me feel so damn good.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. And this is a woman who has a lot of nicknames, let me tell you.
I do.
I
do.
mean, and you've earned every single one. Now, Jinx.
Oh, Jinx, buy me a
Do you feel like you should be, speaking of captains, do you want to captain this? Because Kelly is your best friend. Should we just set the stage of how this began?
She just said one of. This is one of the things we were going to talk
my
about.
God, it's already starting.
This is one of the things we're going to talk
because I know.
about. I know.
I
You
know.
know.
Okay,
I've been around.
I'll just set a stage for taking you guys in.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So 2019,
Yep.
I weasel my way in onto the second season of the hit show banger Dead to Me on Netflix. And I walk into this writer's room. Now I've met Liz and I already very much am in love with her, but I don't know what else I'm getting with the rest of this room. I've never met any of these people.
Nope.
Could be dicks.
Could be dicks. Could be
Full room of
dicks.
dicks.
Full room of dicks.
Oh, CBD. Could be dicks. You never know. You're worried. Walk in. Every goddamn person in the room is an absolute Victoria's Secret angel with wings and all of it.
Yep, that's right.
Kelly,
Oh,
I quickly, as you read the room.
Well, there's always one exception.
You look like, no,
And then I said,
I
ruh-roh.
was clearly the exception, but I was like, quickly picked up on, I'm like, so who's who, who are these people? Kelly is introduced to me as Liz's longest friend in the room. They went to college together.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys will say more. And our besties. Maybe there are other besties as well, and we'll get into that. But
So
it just
lame. We're like
became, but then immediately I'm like, okay, so let's shine a light on Kelly. If she's the boss's bestie, what's going on here? Instantly fell in love with you.
How could you not?
Seems.
I mean,
My cockles are so warm. I feel like I'm going to explode.
just so funny.
So funny.
Such a gorgeous presence in the room, coming in like a perfect, often like a sort of rock t-shirt,
Oh, yeah.
a very cool collection of t-shirts.
That's right.
Yeah.
A nice
Sounds
printed
right.
pant.
Yeah, printed
A
pants.
printed pant.
Platform shoe.
Oh, always,
A
forever.
great
Since the
boot.
90s.
Since the 90s, dude, I
A
have
cool
kept it
sneaker.
consistent.
I believe I did sell you a pair
You
of
sold me
sneakers
2
once.
pairs of sneakers.
Did I sell you 2 pairs of sneakers?
Yeah.
That's how quickly the friendship
Cements
got
it.
real.
And this was at your night shift at Steve
Sneaker
Madden.
Emporium. Legit. Well, because I loved you so much, I was like, I'll have whatever she's having.
I was just like, I bought the wrong size of this cool sneaker and I needed to go to a good home. Who would take better care than Kelly?
Yeah, Yes, please.
Yes, please.
2, please.
But also, there's such a specific, dare I say, Catherine Hahn energy to you.
Oh.
Have we never talked about this?
Never.
No.
And I've never. No. I love that because
I mean,
Jesus.
that tracks. That's a good.
It's
so
very-
nice.
That's a good comp.
It's a good
so
comp.
nice.
And then over time, and I'll stop talking in 2 seconds, and you know I
Never.
won't really, but I just quickly was like, oh man, I'm really jealous of these two.
You did not think that.
Not jealous in a bad
Right.
way, but I just think I was like, I love Liz. I love Kelly. I love these two as friends. May this love find me. So it's like that. Anyway, do you want to talk amongst yourselves about your history? That's
Can
just
I
to
just
say how I
it certainly
encountered everyone.
did, but also I didn't know that because obviously I was in love with you from fucking
Stop
second
it.
one.
No.
But remember,
it's always hard when a new person comes in. You know there's probably like weeks of suspicion.
No, but it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't because also I knew who you were a little bit because of Strangers with Candy back in the Disney, and then also from Best Week Ever, which I was like, Jessi Klein's in the house.
Oh my God.
And for those of you who are fans of Strangers with Candy, Kelly Hutchinson
Lord.
might look familiar to you because she was a character on that show.
I was very, very, very
An
young.
incredible actress, Kelly
An
Hutchinson.
incredible actress.
This
Thank you,
woman wears a
sweet
lot of
ones.
hats and wears them all beautifully.
Beautifully.
But I did. It wasn't until we went out for drinks. Do you remember? And I was like, I have to tell you, I love you. Like when I was
I
sitting
do
next to you, because I felt like I just had to
remember.
I couldn't pretend.
You couldn't hold it back.
I couldn't.
Well, I couldn't pretend that I was like casual. I was like, I think you're hey, can I say I think you're the greatest?
I
like,
was.
I just had to.
I felt same, and I kind of was like, I don't really. I want to take this to the next level
Yeah,
right
that's how I
now.
felt too. I was like, I just gotta be
don't want
real.
to stay in a casual
No.
place.
Liz, could you leave for
I know, I was about to say,
15
do you
to 20?
guys need
Well,
a
let's
little
talk
bit of time?
about how you guys met back in the day.
Well, I mean, look,
Oh my goodness.
this is, we're talking about, first of all, if the name sounds familiar to those of you who are avid listeners,
Avid.
I have mentioned Kelly many, many times on the show, and I've described
A known
her as a
entity
dear
on the
friend.
pod.
You're known. You're a pod famous.
Pod
That's
famous.
sweet.
Pod famous, and it's hard to quantify the importance that you have in my life because you really, it's beyond friendship really at this point. I've known you 31 years. I met
Yeah.
you 31
Not
years
nothing.
ago. That's not
Not
nothing.
nothing.
I met you when
Especially
I was
because we're only 39.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
So
we're
years old.
31 right
We're 31
now.
right now.
I know.
Feed us friends.
Fetus friends.
I met you in 1994. I mean, that is crazy. And
Which is still
Wait.
10 years ago to me, just to say.
Yeah.
Anything in the 90s, I still feel like it's 10 years
yeah.
ago. But it's
You're
I
right.
know.
Wait. Yeah.
1994. And I have to say, the moment I met you, did I
crazy.
know that we would be sitting here 31 years later? No.
No.
But we became roommates in college, and that really cemented, this major friendship. But I think it's important to say our friendship has now reached a whole new level because we've been working together for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And doing
It's
that
crazy.
with grace.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think
That's
pretty
nice.
well we've been doing that.
It's been great.
But you are absolutely one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I say one of because,
Controversially. I mean,
well,
we'll get there.
we're
We'll
going
get
to talk
there.
about this
We're gonna talk
concept
about
of best
it.
friends. And you're right, we are almost 50.
It's
so
like,
it is
yeah,
a
but we
silly
know.
thing, but we know.
Yeah.
But we know. And I don't know, I just, when we were talking about like who would we want as our 20th guest, it was like, well, what about the person who basically taught me what friendship looks like?
Come on now, because I'm crying.
Come on now.
Come on now, I'm crying.
It's true.
Kelly, do you remember the first time you ever met Liz Feldman?
I do remember. But now so I think the first time was my freshman year of college
Yes.
when Liz is a year younger than me.
Don't
Babe,
forget
just a babe.
Don't
Just a
forget it.
babe. So she
Just a
wasn't
baby.
at our school yet, but she had friends in my class. And so she was kind of like, I'd heard about her a lot before.
Did we say what school this is?
Boston University.
Boston
University.
University.
And then she came to
hallowed
visit
institution.
friends. And we just had like a little interaction, I think. I don't remember like,
Oh, let me tell you what it was.
oh lordies.
Jacob Elordi.
You have a much better memory than me, so.
Which is shocking, given the
Really?
amount of marijuana my body has consumed. But I was being brought around my friend's dorm,
Uh-huh. So were you with Dan?
I
or-
was with Dan Fogler,
Yeah.
my best friend from high school.
Yeah.
And we were going around. He was introducing me to all the girls because he was like, there's some really great girls. I think you would really like them. And I had a harder time making girlfriends in high school.
That's so weird.
I know.
So
But
weird.
it's just-
So weird.
I mean, I had girlfriends,
Yeah.
but they, it was like a different sort of vibe. I hadn't really found my people.
Mm-hmm.
And we knocked on your door and we opened it and you were laying in your bed and your roommate was laying in her bed. You were both drinking Diet Cokes and smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh,
That was the scene. That was the fucking
what
scene.
a perfect image.
And if I may,
Yeah.
also all strewn across the floor were empty Diet Coke cans
Yeah, filled with cigarette butts.
filled with cigarette butts.
Yeah.
And the
Icon,
smell,
queen. Yeah.
and the smell was that of exactly
cigarettes
what
and
you'd
Diet Coke.
imagine.
Yeah.
Cigarettes and Diet Coke.
And
here's-
also, there was ham.
What do you mean?
I'm
there
not
was
kidding.
ham?
Our room did smell because there were so many cigarettes being. You could still smoke, I guess.
Where did the ham smell
The
come
ham
from?
was hiding under piles of clothes, and we
Are
were
we
like,
talking? Is this a code word, or are we
No,
talking
no,
about
deli
meat?
ham.
Deli ham. Where
legit-
was the deli ham?
I was
hiding,
literally
Kelly?
hiding under a pile of clothes, and we were like, "What is
Like
we,
Girl Interrupted, like the chickens under the bed.
I don't
Like,
know.
what?
I never saw it, but it sounds like yeah. So I'm gonna say
You're like sounds like a match.
Yep.
Wait, just loose.
If the ham fits.
loose,
no in like a
loosey hams
no. It was like in a plastic thing.
in a plastic thing. Like you
Yeah,
got
she's
it
not a
from
monster.
the.
Yeah, I don't know, Jessie.
Wait, I'm a monster now.
No, it had somehow gotten out of the fridge. We were probably eating
Oh,
in
so
bed.
there was a mini fridge in the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
I just
yeah,
needed
sure.
to know that there was.
It had
a
made its way out of the fridge and it was hiding under clothes. So the room really did
Smell
There was a
like-
smell. There was a
There's
smell.
Yeah, but anywho's. Yeah.
But this snapshot of you is like cemented into my mind.
I didn't know about that snapshot.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
such a perfect.
it feels
Kelly
very me.
Snapshot.
I feels like, yep.
Yeah.
You're like
No notes.
Yes,
And 31 years later, just take the Diet Coke away and the cigarette, but you're the same
Same.
girl.
still the ham.
But still the ham is under a pile of
Still
clothes. Guys,
the
don't look too
ham.
close.
Still just a slight whiff of ham.
Legit.
But that's the first time I met you, and I just remember, instantly being like, that bitch is cool.
It's amazing.
That's a cool bitch.
That's a cool bitch. That's a cool bitch. And and the rest is.
And then how did the
History.
roommate deal get sealed?
Well, we had hung out a little bit more, and then Liz came to our school.
That's right. I enrolled.
And then we went to acting school, and we had this heinous situation where after our second year, half of the class got cut.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel
was
like
one
you've
of
told
those
me that people
deals.
could
Yes.
get cut.
So we
Yeah.
knew a lot of spots would be opening up and the deck would be shuffled in terms of who was living with who. And so when one of our roommates left, Liz moved into an apartment that we were in.
Yeah,
And that's how
and
we became
That's
roommates.
like a big move in college to be, because I remember my senior year, I lived in a house with other gals,
Mhm.
and like that moment of like, I guess everybody's living with other people. Like,
It's so
who
weird.
am I asking?
Yeah.
It felt a little.
It's like going to
survi- or, like,
prom.
Not
Yes.
Survivor, but like the real world. Like who's gonna
Yeah, yeah,
bunk
yeah.
with who?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, a friend would ask, and you're like, oh, they're living together? Well, I guess I should get a
Yeah,
wanna
yeah,
live
yeah.
together?
But did it feel so mute that you both just knew you could ask?
I think it's also important for you to know the situation I was coming from in my roommate
Please.
department.
I would love to hear.
So I had started at Boston University in January, and there was no more room in the dorms. So I had to find my own place to live.
oh no.
And I was like 19 years old trying to find, 18
Yeah.
years old trying to find my own place to live. And so and this is pre-internet, pre-everything. So I
Yeah.
like answered some ad that was on some cork board in the basement of like
this
the
is
student.
analog paper is how
Analog.
Yeah.
people find shit.
My roommates were two international students. One was the son of the third richest man in Brazil.
I'm right here. I don't even know what that means. I don't know why I said that. Go on.
And the other was the son of a Korean diplomat. So I lived with-
Elevated.
it was
Yeah.
very elevated.
Very
and,
elevated.
And they were, so a Brazilian guy and a Korean guy, and they were very nice, but they were not like my buds.
Yeah, you weren't doing bits.
No, we weren't doing bits. We weren't doing laughs. And like, it wasn't like, we were hanging out really at all. And so I was like, the thought that I could then live with like even just two girls was so exciting.
Girls would be at
Girls
that
would be a
age,
step-
you want to get
step
with some
up.
girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think what really drew me to Kelly and the desire to live with her is that she was the funniest girl I had ever met.
Kelly is
That's
the
crazy.
funniest girl we've ever met.
You
And it
guys
wasn't
are the
even-
funniest girls I've
No,
ever met.
well, I mean, listen.
I mean,
But you gotta walk. You hang on to those funny girls.
My favorites.
And I think that's what I mean when I say I had a harder time in high school because there was nobody to do bits with.
Yeah,
you know,
bits are
Who will I do
essential.
bits with?
who will I do bits with?
Who will I do bits with?
And I don't think I realized at that tender age that that's what I really needed in my friends. Not just like somebody I could do bits with, but that somebody I could really be myself with and like warts and all, you know.
Be really real with.
Be really real with.
well, it's the whole like I do need someone I can do bits with.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then I also so the dream friend, someone I can do bits with.
Yep.
Someone who will stop doing bits.
Yep. And start
And
getting
start
real.
getting real, the real world.
Fuck.
Like that's really the dream.
Well, let me tell you.
Because sometimes you have
There's your dream
just
girl right
one or the other.
I know.
A friend who does bits but can never stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I
Or
feel
the
like-
friend who's real, but you're like, could we do one bit?
Yeah, I know.
And with Kelly,
But
Great
two
balance.
great tastes that taste great together.
I
That's
feel
right.
like we've really accrued a lot of
Of those.
lovely
Yeah,
lady friends.
we have.
Well, that whole Dead to Me room.
Nice ladies.
And I'm glad that we can, what's the word I'm looking for? Honor.
Celebrate?
Celebrate?
Yeah.
Both are great.
Yeah.
Honor and celebrate what that Dead to Me room was because, as you know, I'm 1,000 years old and I've worked a lot of jobs, as I'm sure everyone here.
Yeah.
But like, and I've worked some like beautiful places with like amazing people. I love them all. And so, some places where you're like, I could get out of here sooner than later.
Yep.
But it was just like a true, I mean, we do now have a text thread called The Coven.
That's right.
That's pretty active
It's
still.
pretty
Pretty
active.
active.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
sending you guys links to children's beds as I tried to pick out a bed for my child. Like I just was very unusually sort of perfect.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a wonderful
lovely.
group of ladies and funny ladies and heartfelt ladies
Yeah.
and
Who all gelled.
really good gelling. A good gelling.
Gelling is-
And there's like
Gelling.
always a guy in there somewhere.
Great guys too.
Some really great guys
Some
too.
really
Yeah.
great guys, but also like the Coven lives on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. For sure sees.
So I have to say, so you mentioned that you guys
Yeah.
got drinks, right?
We all got drinks.
No, but I remember we all got drinks, but there was this. Speaking of this sort of moment of jealousy between friends, is that because I was.
Stop being polite to start getting real.
You're right.
That's what's happening right
So
now.
I was the boss of this room.
You're the boss of the
you know.
room.
And when you are,
We remember.
and it's hard because
It's
like
so
it's
very
hard,
hard.
dude.
you have
Oh.
to be professional and be the boss and sort of have everybody feel equal and be heard and understand that
Heavy as the head.
heavy is the head
Heavy
that
is the
wears
head.
the crown.
The crown.
And so you guys were becoming friends, and I feel like in a way you guys became friends before I became friends with you because I didn't feel when I was still the boss that I could like really pursue a friendship with you.
Like I was a little too sexy.
Yeah.
well,
I'm like, yeah.
Just a
oh,
little
no.
too, it was a little too charged because I'm your new employee.
yes, and I've never really thought of either of you truly as like an employee. That's weird. But like,
Right.
I'm
We
more
could get
aware,
into it.
We could, but I
Right,
was
but
just,
please don't.
I was just more aware of the fact that like I'm not gonna like have side chats with everybody. I'm not gonna be the one that you guys are gonna come be like, oh my God, can you imagine? Can this person
Right.
said that thing? And that's sort of the fun of being in a room. That's sort of how you make friends
Yes.
with the people in the room is like you're kind of, metabolizing everything that happens in the
Yes.
room together, but you're not gonna do that with your boss. So I heard at some point that you guys had drinks and the jealous meter in me was so high. Oh my God, the steam coming out. No, I just was like immediately like,
I like drinks.
Are people hanging out?
people are hanging
Are
out.
people hanging out?
But I was specifically like, these two are hanging out, like these two hilarious human gems.
Well, I don't want to brag, but Kelly and I have had drinks.
I know.
Multiple times.
I
Well,
know.
that's-
Multiple times. I feel so
I have to have a sip of my coffee.
grateful
Oh.
that like I've been able to glom Kelly as much as I've glommed her from your
my
life.
God.
But this brings up something I wanted to declare.
Yeah, let's glom.
/ ask about.
Okay.
Because I feel like I've encountered this situation a few times in life, but I definitely have felt it with you guys.
Ooh.
Like I will meet two people who are besties.
Friends.
And I sort of have an independent friendship with you.
Mhm.
and have been, again, the thrill of a lifetime to develop a friendship with you. But like, there's a part of me that in a slightly creepy way sometimes is like, I feel like it's like, how can I get myself in here as a third sounds
It doesn't
sexual.
feel like that.
But like, it's like, can I, like these two have such a deep bond. Can I ever, with either one of them, equal the bond, the 31-year bond that exists between Kelly and Liz?
I have something to say,
Oh, I can't wait.
which is that in my
I'm
life,
exhausted.
I have. Well, I've had a lot of three-way friendships.
Same.
It's three-way. It's a three-way friendship can be a bit tricky.
We have a three-way.
We have a
friendship.
three-way
A freaky
friendship.
three-way.
A freaky three-way. So I think that I'm very comfortable with. I don't feel like that at all. I'm like, oh yeah, like we can be friends and we can be friends and you guys can be friends.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like. Just feels like the more the merrier.
Do you?
How
are you
healthy.
I know, but
It does.
But are you purporting yourself to be a not jealous friend?
It depends.
Okay.
I'm. You're like because you're lying.
I mean, I think
I'm
you
in the
are
middle.
pretty chill. You are pretty chill. You're not possessive. Is
No.
what I would say. I'm possessive.
More than me, I think a little
Yes,
bit,
yeah.
but not as bad as like other people. But no, I'm pretty chill. I think
You
I'm
are
like,
pretty chill.
About friendship.
Yeah,
Because one of the things I do love about you is how anxious you are. I'm just to
You're
say.
right.
It's like a very lovable quality. Again,
I love when I'm.
who can
I'm
I
like,
do bits with? Who can I not do bits with? Who's
Who's
anxious?
anxious?
Who's anxious?
Who's freaking
Yeah.
out over here?
Yeah.
I
this
really
cat.
can't relate to anyone who doesn't experience
Same.
anxiety.
All of my closest friends
Riddled.
are riddled with either anxiety
Or
or
depression.
depression or both.
Yeah,
Did
me
I
too.
tell you
Ideally,
about-
both.
Did I tell? Ideally,
Ideally.
both.
Yeah,
Did I tell you about the date that I went on with some guy who was very nice, but at some point he said something about like, yeah, I'm just never anxious.
that's
And you
such a
were like,
lie.
I
And I kind
Have
of
to go.
honestly like tuned out and just started looking at get a spot in the middle distance until the date was over. I was like, what? What?
No.
I don't even understand. Anyway, so just to say,
That's
you are
cookie-
chill in certain ways.
I'm chill in certain ways, very, very anxious in most ways.
Yeah.
but I feel like I don't have a lot of FOMO.
no, you
because
don't.
I really like to be in bed. I honestly feel like I'm like, I'd like to be hanging out, but also I'm
Guys,
in
I mean,
bed.
it's 1:45. It's my bedtime
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
But
So I think that's
That's
you
fair.
are jealous.
Yeah,
You're
no,
a
I'm a,
jealous
I'm, a,
type.
I'm a jealous type, and I'm possessive. So
Yeah, they're
like,
different things.
They're different
Speak
things.
to the possessivity.
So I've just always been this way. I think maybe because I'm the youngest child, and so I have to claim what's mine.
I'm gonna give it was mine.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it was mine.
it's
Right.
a weird territorial thing.
That's
We
your voice.
grew up in a pretty small house, with two much older siblings. So I had to be strong about what was mine. But I'm not really possessive of things. I'm not a things person. I'm not a materialistic person really at all, but I am definitely possessive of people. Like I only refer to my brother and sister as my brother or my sister. Like I don't say their names.
Why?
I don't know. It's just what I do.
you're like they're my brother.
They're
My
my brother,
brother,
my
my
sister.
sister.
And I am possessive over my friends, almost I think more in a protective way.
That's what I was like, I don't think you're possessive. I think if a friend of yours is friends with someone that you don't like,
Yes.
that's when you're like,
But
What
what
are
I
you
wanna
talking about? You want to talk about that?
Let's
No.
talk.
I
Well, this was something I wanted to get into as well. I mean,
gotta
I definitely feel like. Well, I want to talk about what happens when you don't like your friend's boyfriend or girlfriend or what have you, like a romantic partner.
And what about when you don't like your friends' friends?
There is such. It can go so fucking haywire. When you meet, I think this is
not
part
good.
of the magic of you two, was when I met Kelly after having briefly met you. And then I was like, oh, this is such
What a relief.
This is such a fucking relief.
Right, she's cool. Thank God.
She's so, and it says so much about Liz. And then it says so much, I'm like, yes and yes. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you have a friend who you are so close with. I mean, I can think of like 50 of these people off the top of my head. That you're so close with them. And then you like meet like another purported
Yeah.
I know.
close friend. And you're like,
What's that about?
what is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
What am I even? I'm looking at like a Picasso right now. Like
Yeah.
two eyes on the same side of the fucking head. What is
Totally.
this?
Totally.
Yep, been there.
Do you know what
I
I'm
know.
talking
Yeah,
about?
and I think I like most people, actually.
do.
I am kind of like a serial killer's because I'll be like, they seem nice. And then you're like, Kelly, they're fucking
Were you about to say serial killer's wet
You're
dream? Is that
also
what you're about to
very-
say?
Yeah, but that's like a quote from Vanderpump Rules. So I didn't make that up.
But you are also a very accepting person. You're very
Yeah.
tolerant and very accepting of
Yeah.
people's like isms and weirdnesses.
Jisms.
And,
Death
yeah.
and just mostly
Jisms,
just.
isms, schisms.
Schisms.
Yeah. So a lot of times I'll be like, what? And then Liz will be like, they're god awful. And I'm like, oh God, you're right. But it takes me a second
It takes a second.
sometimes.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
take me a second.
It doesn't take me
Yeah.
a second at all.
Because I
know
actually
immediately.
feel like now, over the course of an almost 50-year lifetime, I feel almost like more often than not, the friend's friend is not giving me what I had hoped. And it is like a happy surprise to find out the opposite is true. So I come in, back up.
right. You come
little
in,
already.
Arms folded.
I come in
Arms
like,
folded just because it has been a continuous disappointment to me over the years.
that is so interesting.
That is really interesting.
Which is why the relief, to your
Right.
point, is so great when you're like, oh, thank God.
It's not
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, we have a sort of exceptional sort of thing with friendship because many of our friends are our friends from college that were mutual friends.
Yes.
And
True.
You do have a very large friend group where everyone, again, at your baby shower,
Mhm.
I met a lot of those friends. And again,
Not a
I
dud
feel
in the
bad
bunch.
saying this, but just my usual posture of a little arms folded. I'm like, there's gonna be a lot of people here. I mean, like, and statistically, it would seem like there's gonna be duds. Dud-free room.
Dud
Yeah.
free room, not a dud in the bunch.
Yeah.
And actually not just dud-free, but I'm gonna say unicorns across the board.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We're really lucky. We have a really lovely group of old friends from
Yeah,
college.
the greatest.
And then because we've been friends for so long, we pretty much just know each other's friends at
Friends.
this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know that I there's maybe a couple of friends that you'll say their name and I'm like, excuse me?
Well, I am like that.
You
Definitely.
are like that. You have secret friends.
Oh yeah, I hate that. I am jealous like that. I'll be like, who's that?
But you
Who's Jeannie?
secret
You have
friends.
secret
No, I
friends?
don't.
Yes, you
You
do.
are crazy.
You definitely
okay, I
have secret
have like
friends.
one secret.
Who's your secret
No,
friend?
I don't want to say.
Yeah,
on the
but
pod.
you know you
But
have a
like, you
secret
have a friend who you're squirreling away
Not
from
at
the
all.
other
But
friends?
I'm thinking of a time where I was like, you know, my friend blank.
Yes. And I was like, squeeze me?
Yeah, and I'm like, my friend blank.
And I was like, no, you've literally never mentioned this person. That's when I get a little
I do get like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I
Kelly,
don't like
can you
that.
speak to why this person is being kept such a but
I
as a
don't think
secret
that they
friend?
are. I think that that's what you're referring to. Or sometimes randomly,
Yes.
I'll mention someone, and you're like, I never heard of that person in my
New
life.
phone who dis.
Yeah,
Yeah, new phone,
exactly.
who dis energy.
Exactly. Have you ever
Exactly.
been jealous of one of my friends?
Yeah, sure. Of course. I don't like, okay, I feel like I'm
praying
going
it's
back on
me.
myself. I was like, I don't mind. But now I am kind of like, who is that? When anyone is like, you know, Susan.
Susan.
You're like, what?
Yeah. And then I'm like, who's Susan? But then if I get to be friends with Susan, then I'm cool with Susan.
Then you're cool with Susan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool with
Yeah.
Susan.
Yeah. I know who I was definitely jealous of, like Rami.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
What's going on with Rami?
Well, Rami is
Who's awesome.
the
Love.
greatest. Rami is, so I have this weird like system in my head where everybody kind of has like a placement of friendship. And I would say like Rami is my best Les.
Your best Les.
She's my best Les.
Yeah.
We've been friends now for 18 years.
Your BL.
She introduced me to Rachel.
Well, that's
I
earning
mean,
you a
Yeah.
that's earning you a spot.
And sort of similar to you, very immediately, we had so much in common. She's from Brooklyn. She's Jewish. She's gay. She's a writer. Like all these things. And I just was like, oh my God, like we're
Yeah.
going to be friends forever. And so it's a special friendship because we have those things in common.
Well, and also it was your LA friend. Because
Yeah.
we didn't live in the same, I lived in New York when
For
you
a
were
long, long
in
time.
LA for a long time. So it was like, oh, that's LA, that Liz's LA life. Those are her LA friends. And I'm a
I
New
mean,
York
the LA
friend.
friends and New York friends
Yeah.
is also another
Yes, it is.
hard to detect. But can we just go back
Yes.
for one
Sorry.
second? Why is there the phenomenon of like friends so often being such a fucking ick?
I don't
Why
know.
does that happen? How is it possible?
I mean, I can only think of one of your friends, who I will not name.
No.
But there was one friend that Kelly had, and she was already talking about this person in a certain way. This is a while ago.
Yeah.
And she was talking about this person in a certain way.
For people who aren't watching on YouTube, Kelly's looked down with a little shame.
Yeah.
A little shame.
I did. I want to get into this couch. Does this couch accept
also don't have to
passengers?
talk about
Does.
this
You
if
can
it-
get all the way
No,
into
it's
the
okay.
couch.
It's okay.
There was one particular
Yeah.
friend, and it was honestly more the way, because I'm very protective of
Yes.
Kelly specifically.
Who among us isn't?
Yes.
Protect this woman at all costs.
Exactly. I have certain friends that I just feel very protective of, and I feel very protective of Kelly. And
Do you feel protective of me?
not in the same way.
Oh, no, that's probably good, Jess.
I'm being honest. This is
No,
I'm
I
being
think
real.
I knew that was going to be honest, or I needed to hear it.
But
Go
I
on.
also don't feel that way. Like my best friend, who is like the title best friend, is Sarah, who's our third.
Yeah.
And I don't feel protective of her in that even that way. I don't know. I'm just being honest.
Well, I think it's because maybe Kelly has a certain Marilyn Monroe-like fragility and beauty
No,
to her.
you guys.
In a way that I'm just sort of I'm like a pit bull, or like it's fine.
Yeah, like she's gonna be fine.
She's like from the streets. It's a pit bull.
You know what it is? I think because Kelly's an only child, and I have siblings,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's true.
And so I feel like in a way, even though
sibling relationship.
you're older than me, I sort of feel like almost big sister protection over you.
That's fair.
And like when I first met her now husband, I told him
a gem.
the
Let's
greatest.
just come out and say it.
Rick Holmes, love you very much. But when I first met him, I did tell him that if he ever did anything to hurt her, I would murder him.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he didn't even blink.
Yeah.
I'm
He didn't
sure.
blink, and he's
But he
still
was
alive.
shook by it.
He was shook by it.
You're
Oh,
like,
yeah. He
actually,
still talks
did
about
blink.
it.
He does?
Good.
It wasn't like, ha, ha, ha. Like, it was like, I'm fucking serious.
Yeah.
And Rick
I
was
wasn't kidding.
Oh, I think we've had this conversation.
Yes, I'm
sure we
before,
have.
that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also did.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how much I did say. I have also said to a man, like,
Yeah.
if you
Yes.
fuck this up, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
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 And was it at the wedding? Yes.
I mean, I did it before the wedding.
Yeah.
To be fair.
No, I didn't at the wedding.
But wait, what were we just talking about before that?
You were saying friend being Picasso's.
So
Picasso friends.
Picasso friends.
Kelly is such a kind, nice, open-hearted, accepting person. Something you both have in common. Obviously, I like that in a friend.
Obvious,
She-
famously.
Every once in a while, will let somebody in that, at least in my estimation, does not deserve to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
and that person sometimes
friend.
has the kind of personality where like they don't appreciate, in my estimation, what a kind-hearted, accepting, wonderful person you are. And they might sort of, in my estimation, take advantage of that on some
Right.
level.
Oh.
And you're like, I don't like that.
And I don't like that.
Friend, the Picasso friend who's taking advantage, that is very familiar to me.
Or just not treating her like the fucking
Princess
queen
Prince of
that she
Princess.
deserves.
that she deserves.
Yeah, this is a long time ago. I think I've gotten better.
Yeah,
this
you
friend
have.
is now
Yeah.
gone. This friend of a friend.
This friend of a friend is moved out to more friend of a 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 friend.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad to hear that.
But I
Yeah.
think what's fair to say is that when I first met this person, I think within about 10 minutes, we had a private moment.
Yeah. No, you basically were like, I gotta go.
did you do a pull aside?
We just like went.
It was like a stolen corner.
Or was it like a sitcom? Can I talk to you for a second?
kind of. Yeah. But we were
was like,
really.
"Can you
Here
hold me
for
or
a second,
something in my
move
pants?"
stage
Like,
left. What the fuck are you doing? Like that?
Kelly, I have a bee in my shirt. Can you help me get it out?
I was like, great cover. She doesn't suspect a thing.
And I think that the word,
My shirt.
I think the word I used was
Insufferable.
insufferable.
Yeah.
I told her
Within 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Could have been less.
See, this is what we started with, where I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, you will go.
I do love that
for
about
an
Liz.
unpleasant truth.
I am not afraid of
She
an
can't
unpleasant
not.
truth.
Or dare I even say an inconvenient truth,
It's an
in the
inconvenient-
words of my president, Al Gore. My current president, Al
Yep,
Gore.
Yep.
Like,
that
you
on a
will say
tee.
the inconvenient truth, and we all need the friend who says the inconvenient truth.
And
We
I
so need it. We need
Even
the
if you don't
balance.
want to hear it.
No.
Now, it is tough that it's in the first 10 minutes with the person still in the room.
I loved it. I was like, this is fucking incredible.
What did you say back?
I just nodded. I just nodded. I was like, nope.
Heard Jeff.
Heard Jeff. Killed the bee. Let's move on.
And was it sort of like after that, it's very hard to see that friend the same way
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. It was like the veil had fallen from my eye. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
she told me what I needed to hear. And
Yeah.
I can't go
and
back.
you fucking integrated it right away.
yeah, well, it took me.
I feel
Dude, speaking of like
Yeah.
the full honesty or the inconvenient truth telling friend. I feel like I should know this now. Let's just say it on the pod. Do you guys have a third rail of like something that you would never want me to be honest about?
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And with you.
Oh,
Is there a
interesting
third
question.
rail?
That's a really interesting question.
There's no third rail.
No.
I think.
I mean, there
have
might
some
be
third
something that I would
rails.
bristle because it was an inconvenient truth and I
Yeah.
felt shame or I didn't want to hear it in the moment. But I wouldn't say that means you shouldn't tell me. I'm probably like fucking setting myself
For
up.
people who aren't watching on YouTube,
I don't have
Kelly-
anything loaded.
Kelly just did little
right in the
squirrel hands.
chamber. Yeah,
There's
Kelly
nothing in the
I
squirrel
did
chamber.
full squirrel hands, but
I promise you there's nothing in the chamber. I just think it's interesting
100%.
because I do recognize that I am an inconvenient truth-telling friend, but I don't ever want to hurt.
no.
Of course, you don't want to hurt.
And
But
you
I also-
definitely have a third rail.
Well, as we talked about previously on the pod, I'm very sensitive. It's not even one thing that I think I could label as third rail. I'm just like, I'm a 10 out of 10 sensitive.
She's a real.
And like,
I'm a 10. I think I'm a 10 out of 10 sensitive too, but
you're like, not like this
Really?
wackadoo.
Not in the way in which, like, I think Jessi is a 10 out of 10 in taking things personally. Like you personalize, like
Oh, definitely.
she personalizes
Personalize.
things. You know, that it's like not that it feels like an indictment on you as a person, but like it's really hard for you to separate like how a person feels about something in your orbit. I think, you know what I mean, versus how they actually feel about you. Does that make sense?
I mean, excuse me, I just have to go to the bathroom for a few minutes and sob. No.
no, I think it's like I get it. It's nice. It's kind of like you're spongy, and so
I'm
then
a
you want
little
to
spongy, and I think travel with a lot of baggage about like being just
The
prepared
greatest?
to be.
But you are the greatest. Dude, that's what I think it is. I think it's that you want to make the room better for being in it. And
Yes.
you always want everyone to feel it's such an objective of yours that if you're like, wait, I'm failing on my objective, even in the slightest way.
I mean, there's an actor talking.
Exactly.
right?
I don't want to fail at my objective.
Because you don't.
I don't.
No.
I really
No,
don't.
but you don't
No, but
fail.
you don't fail.
You are so make the
I
room
do
better.
fail sometimes.
Jessi
Oh, I
Klein.
fail all the time.
No.
Talk to my son.
Sure. I mean, we all do, but it's like,
But no, that's very nice of you to say.
I think that's true.
I wish I was less sensitive, but I don't have. Yeah, I would say I don't have one.
Like, don't talk about my mother.
Specific. Oh, I mean, I love my mother, but we can all say stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have one specific third rail. I think I'm just very, very sensitive.
You are.
I need a certain approach.
I think that's something I've learned about you.
Come
on
at
the
me with a
pod.
feather. You know.
Yeah, I've learned that there's a sensitivity with which you need to be approached about certain
But
subjects.
I don't want to be a fucking eggshell person.
No, it's not
because that's
eggshelly.
my fucking nightmare.
I have eggshelly people in my life. You're not. I wouldn't
You're
put
not.
you
Are
in
you
that.
sure?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think there's a third rail for you?
Yeah. What's your third rail?
I think there is.
I think there's one. It's probably Rachel.
Yeah.
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 I and not like about my relationship with her, just about her as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because she's an
Because
angel.
I'm very, again, protective of my wife. And to me, that's just like a line that I wouldn't want to have.
Well, it's so funny
be
that you're saying that
crossed.
because it is like now I'm thinking of it's like if someone did talk shit about my friends,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want.
I don't like that
that
either.
would be
About my
hard.
friends.
I don't like
And
that.
I would never think that would be anything that you would be third rail-y about. So I guess that's why my instinct was like, no, because I would feel it was about me and,
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like
I
that
don't
either.
like that.
I don't like that.
I guess I would also be third rail about my kid,
Yeah.
but that's like, of course.
But who's going to be like, let me tell you
It's
about
Like
your
it's a
happened.
dick.
No,
10-year-old son?
I don't want to name a name.
Okay. I'm so excited.
Oh, wow.
I just think that certain people who don't have kids
Could be judgier.
sometimes don't know how to talk about other people's kids.
I think that's probably fair. I think, by the way, some people who have kids
Yeah.
don't know how to talk about other people's
That
kids.
is true. But like that's
It's true.
I have been there are two moments, but one specifically I'm thinking of that I was like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Sorry. Didn't mean to bring
Even
the room
though,
down.
but even Owen, my baby as a little baby, when people have called him like fat and stuff, like,
What?
when, like he looks well fed or something like that, like I'll be like, get the fuck.
Fuck right off.
Yeah, I
Fuck.
don't like that.
Who the fuck
First
fuck
of all,
is saying
Some
that?
strangers
He's a
will say that.
perfectly
He's a
handsome,
perfect
gorgeous
angel,
man.
obviously.
is-
10 out of 10.
Owen is actually, I mean, you know that I had a moment with Owen that was
Yeah, it
like
was so special.
one
You
of
guys
the
traded
most blissful
souls. I think
moments
that
of
you're
my-
13 going
Owen
on 30
and I
with each
may
other.
have had like a weird moment where we switched
Freaky
souls
Friday. That's why I
temporarily
love
and
him
then went
so
back
much.
into our own bodies. Owen is actually one of the top 3 most gorgeous children I've ever seen in my
True.
life.
And let me tell you, great guy.
And a great fucking
sparkling
guy.
personality.
Great guy.
To wit.
He's
One of
a
my favorite guys.
Great guy.
Same. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like your baby's fat.
No, I don't like your baby's fat.
Go into the garbage where you
Go
live.
into the garbage where you live.
I wouldn't even like put Ezra on the list of third rails because it seems so obvious that you shouldn't comment on somebody's child.
It seems obvious, and yet people
are out here doing it.
Are out in these streets fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can make fun of the way she swims, but I don't want anybody else to do it.
Of course.
I said my feelings about the swim teacher.
Yeah, you did.
Money back. Money back. Wait, can we also then talk about, I feel like, another quality of the Picasso friend who's, it's like when you see a friend fly in, friend of friend, where you're like, what are these bits? The bits are bad. What are
Bad
these
bits.
Bad bits.
bad
Is cause for immediate
Bad bits
dismissal.
and or no bits.
Now, I'm going to defend no bits for a second. And for the people, for our friends listening at home, by bits we mean like just like stupid
Joking,
things that we're
stupid
joking
banter.
about that we can't stop joking about, or you know what I mean?
That is
like,
so annoying, probably.
but it's like the bits are just like funny conversation. That's
I'm going to
bits.
say, are you funny at all?
Are you funny at all?
Yeah.
Now
Can you roll in?
I will say I do have some friends who I wouldn't say are funny,
Same.
but I will say they appreciate humor,
Yes.
i.e. they laugh at my jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, like, we can have really interesting conversation. We
Yeah.
connect on some other intellectual level or spiritual
I
level.
feel like just even means more like yes and open-hearted
Yes.
behavior, not like
Yes,
closed
and
off
open-hearted
like
behavior.
weirdness.
No, you have to be able to, like, yes and
Yeah,
it.
and
You
Just a
got to.
little yes and. Okay, I just wanted to say that. And then separately and apart, how have we handled when the friend is dating someone that we don't like? Because I have been devastated by this more times than I can count over the years by multiple friends. Just because I think, I don't know, as a
Devastated,
straight...
like, because of who they were dating?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
I've only dated the perfect. Says the single woman sitting on the couch. But no, I'm sure people have been like, "Who's this fucking piece of shit?" But I'm just that to me is always such a devastating turn.
It can
of
be third
events
rail.
when someone shows up and they're like, "I got this cat from the shelter." And
Have
you're
you
like, Ew.
Have you been honest about it? Or have you tried to be?
Or have you Jessi Kleined it?
Have
Have
you-
I Jessi?
Yeah.
Jessi declined it. Sorry, cut that right out.
No. I
love that.
Put it on a fucking
It's
bumper
so
sticker.
tough. I think I will go right up to the line.
I think you're really. I feel like you'd be generous, probably.
Yes,
but with
you
like
would be.
especially once the friend starts to
To turn.
vent about the person to you.
when you get the opening.
you get the opening, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, he did this," and then it's very hard to not be like,
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
you know what? You've got every opportunity because Thursday's garbage day, and I think you should take out the garbage.
So
And then, but then there's always the fear of like the classic situation where like
They get back together.
they get back together.
Yeah,
and in
and
the
then you're
case,
the
I
dick.
do know one person who had really been like shitting on his friend's girlfriend who like they had lived together and then like big breakup. And he was like, "Oh, she's no good." And then they did get married and they have been together for, I'm going to say 35 years.
I think it's
Yep.
dicey. I think it's a
You gotta
little
be-
dicey.
What do
roll
you
the
do?
dice.
How do you handle it?
Well, we've obviously known, I think,
Many.
every single person we've both ever dated pretty much.
Except for like our high school
Yeah.
people. But
yeah.
Has there ever been like a junkyard dog that you
a fucking yes. Oh,
were
hell
like,
yeah.
get this fucking junkyard dog out of here?
There have been so many junkyard dogs on my. I mean, I've had so many junkyard dogs that I've dated.
Kelly's had a
Yeah.
real string of doozies.
And did you
in her
ever
20s.
speak truth to power in the way that you, Liz
A
Feldman,
million
are known
%.
to do?
Liz Feldman spoke full
You
truth to
did?
power. Yeah, I loved it.
Each time?
Yeah.
And give me a sense of what this looks like.
Oh, would you like to hear
sounds
one
like.
little bitty of it?
I would love to hear the entire thing.
Yeah.
Well, which one should I tell?
I don't know. I don't remember really.
Well, she had. Well,
Yikes.
we can. I'll tell this one if you don't want to keep it in.
Okay.
But she had one boyfriend who was such a fucking asshole, and happy to say it. I'm not going to say his name. He doesn't deserve it. We were all
Don't make him famous.
No, I won't. We were having dinner, and we were young, mid 20s. We were having dinner, and he had a nickname for her.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Would you like to know what it is?
I'm about to fucking scream, I guess.
His nickname for Kelly was Stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid. But it was like in a loving
What are
way.
you even saying right now?
Legit.
Legit.
What are you talking about?
It was like stupid, but like, I swear. I swear.
What are you talking about?
I know, but I was like 24, yo. And
Yo.
But let me tell you something. This person,
This gal, little gal,
this
lady,
little
lady.
gal,
Like out of the gate? Like this is abuse.
pretty early. But it was, okay, first let me say, this was like when like negging was more of it. And I'll say, I was dating dicks. Like I
Yeah,
was
she
like,
was dating dicks.
I was like, he's autistic. He's complicated. And a dick. I love that. Like,
I have a lot to say
this was
about
the fucking like 90s
autistic
in New
men.
York. I mean, it
So
was a mess.
there was one particular dinner where, he was using the nickname and also just a tone that I didn't like. And
Yeah, no, it's
and a
verbal
way
abuse.
of speaking to my friend that I didn't like.
Sure.
Stupid.
And
Yeah.
there was just the three of us having dinner, and I said to him, I need you to stop talking. I don't like the way you're talking to my friend.
Yeah.
And I need you to stop talking like that. And he was like basically like, where the fuck do you get off? And they only
Yeah.
dated for like another year, and it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
They
but it
got
was fine.
married.
Yeah. His name,
Exactly.
No. We didn't date. He was a dick.
was
That
a
was
dick.
totally deserved. But I think the whole thing is, I think it's a minefield. You never know. I think sometimes it's great to say it. I think sometimes it's
I know.
not great to say.
I mean, I brought a doozy to your wedding.
I didn't think she was a doozy.
She's a nice person.
Yeah, I really was like, she's great.
But you've had moments, Kelly,
Yeah.
in your friendship with Liz where you're like, I don't love this for you.
Only if Liz has been like, I don't love this for me.
See what I mean?
Protect.
She's
I mean,
like
this is
she's
the
like my mother.
protective- this
She's like the unconditional.
It's very unconditional.
She's very
Kind of.
unconditional.
One.
Really? You haven't? There's not been one?
I mean, I'm like, if you like it, then I'm cool with it.
See?
But
But maybe secretly hoping for more.
I don't know.
Like, I can't say it because it's Rachel.
I'm now going through, I don't think there's anybody you've really dated that I've been like, ew.
No, I no.
I think you've dated better people than
There's
I have.
so many people I've dated where I'm
I think
like,
that's
ew.
kind.
In retrospect, I'm just proud that. I mean, do you not feel ew about any of your exes?
Oh my God, of course I feel ew about many of my exes.
Same.
Yeah, but I was in a long relationship in my 20s, so that took up sort of a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
And then I had a couple of doozies right before I met Rachel. It's like the extinction burst before you know.
Extinction burst. Well, sometimes it's like, yeah, you're gonna have
You're like
the death
really gonna
rattle.
blow it
the
out.
death rattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a few death rattles right before Rachel.
Yeah, but I feel like they were all short. So.
they were short because I was
That's so
I was like,
smart.
wait, what am I doing? I literally can't stand this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like right before you're gonna get sober, so you're like, I'm gonna do a couple 8-balls.
So-
Yeah, exactly.
Toads, girl.
Yeah, I had a couple of
Goodbye, or it's like what me and my friend used to call goodbye bites.
yeah.
Dude,
Where, like-
I wish I had done more 8-balls. I wish that
It
before
sounds
I got
like you
married.
did a
no,
bunch
I
of
know, but not enough.
8-balls.
I wish before I got married, I
You're
was
like, no,
like,
literal
Well,
8-balls.
She was the first to get married. She was the first to get. So you got
Well,
married.
thank
Yeah.
God
You
to
were-
the
how old
angel.
were
I
you?
started dating Rick when I was 29.
Yeah, so she was among the first.
A perfect age to at that point pair off with someone as great
I
as her.
guess, yeah.
I was going to say that I think often of a ravioli moment that I had with you.
Okay.
And truly, like what I mean by saying that Kelly is the person who taught me what I can't even look at you.
I'm crying again.
When you say that, I want to start
But
crying.
I'm
truly,
crying,
like,
literally.
She really is the person who taught me what friendship
but I don't know how I
is.
did.
But just by being my
Oh
friend.
my God, I love you.
Just by being my friend. Just by like accepting
see
me.
it.
I was a gay closeted teenage, mess when I met you.
You just seem
And-
like the greatest to me.
And and I mean,
Seriously.
truly, like, and I think that's part of why I couldn't really make friends because I wasn't being honest about who I
Yeah.
was. And, I also didn't have a lot of gay friends. So I really relied on Kelly and our third, Sarah, to, sort of build me up as a person because it was so hard. So I remember at some point in my early 20s, I was really struggling with the concept of like being a gay for life,
Yeah.
basically. And, it was probably around like 2001. And I really didn't have anybody to talk to about it because I couldn't even really talk to my therapist about it because she didn't even really understand.
This makes me want to.
I mean, it's
keep
true.
trying.
And
Me
I
too.
was like, what do I do? And I was like, I'm going to call Kelly.
Mhm.
And I called you.
I remember that.
And I was like, I was so ashamed that I felt shame about something about being gay. I think I was having this reckoning with myself where I was like, oh, I think this is what I am. This is who I am. People don't like this about people like me. People like me are not accepted. I'm never going to be able to get married. I'm like, I was having this real spiral. And I just remember talking to you and you listening. And to be honest, I don't even remember what you said. I just remember how I felt when you said it. And I felt like, I'm okay.
That's really nice.
This person loves me.
Sure do.
This is my friend.
Yeah.
This is what friendship looks like.
Yeah. I remember that conversation. Yeah. I remember I was in Soho and I remember sitting on the curb. So I was like, oh, I can't go back into this H&M. We're going to.
I can't bring this kind of intensity into an H&M.
I don't think H&M was even there yet.
Sporty clothing.
But sitting as a Canal Jean company or something. But yeah, and I don't remember what I said either. But like, yeah, and for me, I was just like, I love you. You're perfect. Like, which
sometimes that's all you need.
I love
yeah,
that.
seriously, it's true.
Kelly Kathleen Elizabeth Ann Feldman Hutchinson, which is your given name.
Check the birth certificate.
Would you like to share a ravioli moment with us?
Well, yeah, but mine's so cheesy because it's about you. So that's so cheesy.
Who doesn't love cheese?
I mean,
there's cheese in ravioli, right?
Yeah.
If sometimes.
Ideally.
Could be beef.
Ideally, there's cheese in there.
I mean, honestly, it's
me.
one of my favorite ingredients.
For me too. But it's so cheesy. But even when I listened to the pod, well before I knew I would be a guest, whenever that came up, I was like, oh, I know what mine is. Because it was my 40th birthday and Liz surprised me. Liz flew across the country, good friends. And I showed up to the bar where the party was and I was like, hey. And then I turned and Liz was standing at the bar and I legit screamed and fell to the ground. Like I was so legitimately surprised.
I could see you falling to the ground.
I was like, oh, I was scared.
Yeah.
And I had to stop, drop, and roll.
Yep.
Because it was the amount of like surprise and glee that I felt. And it was just the nicest, most incredible sweet pea pie thing to do. And that was, I think about that whenever you guys talk about it on the show. I'm like, that's definitely mine. It was
I wouldn't
so
have missed
loving.
it.
Showing up.
So showing up, getting on the plane.
I got on the plane.
She got on the plane.
I wasn't going to miss it. I would have been so jealous.
Get on. It's like, here's the thing. I just am having a thought.
Okay.
It's such a rom-com trope that someone, like the number of movies where someone like chases the person to the airport and is like, don't get on the thing. But really maybe what we need is more people actually then getting on the plane and going to get them.
That's
Like,
right.
Get on the plane.
Get on the plane.
Get on the plane.
The airport isn't far enough.
I feel like the airport is not
Make an
far
effort.
enough. It's a movie.
Stop being so
Get on
lazy.
the plane.
Get them on the plane.
Like, yeah, getting on the plane. Like, it's not just that the guy ran to the airport. That's nothing. Like, show him going through fucking TSA and having to fucking take his belt off.
Yes. Great
Like,
point.
having
That's
to,
real love.
like, get a fucking shitty sandwich from Grab and Go. Give me the flight in real time.
That's right.
Show me
The whole movie.
flight. Like, it's just, that's effort. It's nice.
Effort.
It's really sweet.
Yes.
It's really, really.
Effort
Goes-
is definitely a
means
love
a lot.
language of friendship.
We love an effort.
Yeah.
Captain Hutch.
Yes, sweet ladies.
I honestly could keep talking to you for hours and
Same
I mean, my
for the rest of my
Perhaps
life.
another
please.
31 years?
Yeah, I'll take it. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Kelly, thanks so much for joining us. Do you have anything you'd like to mention to our listeners before we say goodbye? A promotion, a project, a piece of advice?
I wish, ladies. I wish it did. I was like, these poor girls are going to be like, man, here's some lady.
Get the fuck out
Everyone
of
else is
here.
like, she won an Emmy for it. But
Stop
no,
it.
just this pod. Just keep listening to these sweet ladies talking.
Please come on back to
Great.
the pod.
I'd love to anytime.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We are going to take a little break and be back in a few weeks with some new episodes with some wonderful guests. Follow us on social media at Here to Make Friends Pod and let us know who you think we should make friends with next.
Who?
Email us at htmfpod@gmail.com and go out
Hey,
and make
a friend.
That was a Headgum podcast.